Hey, Coach Sasso here from TGT at Fan Expo Canada 2010. We're at the Anthology project booth. We met these guys back in Chicago at C2E2, but now we're here talking with the rest of the group. We have Sam, one of the amazing artists of this book. How are you doing today, Sam?
Pretty good. Not too bad.
You know, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the Anthology project.
Yeah, so in 2009, I got contacted by Nick and Joy, who edited the first Anthology book, and I had gone to college with Nick, and Nick had met Joy working together. And they were putting the project together, and as they were amassing a group of artists to contribute to the book, I was one of the people they contacted, and I was all about it, because I've always been a fan of comics, but I've never had an opportunity to get my work out there, so this was the opportunity, and I dove on it. I couldn't say no.
And you got a great group of people working with you here, you know, amazing writers, creators, talent that you are pulled together for this project. But tell us about your story that you actually got to draw.
Yeah, sure. My story is kind of a personal story, actually. It was about my relationship with my grandfather when I was young. I decided to do that story because I read a lot of anthologies, and I found the stories that resonated most with me were stories that were personal, stories that people could relate to and had a bit of heart. And so, yeah, I wrote this story about myself and my grandfather, and it's a bit fantastic. Like, there's a monster in it, so it's not like it's completely down to earth. But yeah, it's about a book that my grandfather used to read to me as a kid. So that's kind of the long and short of it.
Now, what about your art style? If I recall correctly, and I'm probably wrong from flipping through the book itself, you had a more of a green, darkish tone to it, more than a rather vibrant color story. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, no, it was the art was kind of dark, and it was about my fear of the dark. That's kind of the idea behind it. It's like how this book my grandfather read me as a kid helped me get over my fear of the dark. So a lot of it is very dark, like solid blacks and like heavy inks and that kind of thing. And that was a lot of fun. I mean, the way I approach most of my art is that I feel it's important to develop a style that's appropriate to the story. So I don't really have like a Sam Bradley style. I just like will refine something that works for the story. So having something really dark seemed to be suited perfectly for telling a story about being afraid of the dark, you know? So yeah, that's how the art style came together.
So then the question is, you know, now that you're here in Fan Expo in Toronto, what other projects do you have on the go?
We're actually working on the second book right now, which is really exciting. Nick and Joy asked me to help edit the next book, which is great for me. So I'm getting involved more as a creator of the book as well as a contributor to the book. So we're past the early stages even. I guess we're about halfway done working on the second book, and it's coming together really well. There's some of the same artists from the first book, and then there's some new artists contributing as well. And there's going to be a theme for the second book, which I don't think we've officially announced yet, so we'll kind of save that for a surprise. The next time you guys talk to us, we can let you guys. Yeah. So that's kind of what's taking up my time aside from promoting the first book and just doing the day job. So yeah.
You know, Fan Expo, this huge, beautiful convention in downtown Toronto, a lot of energy, a lot of people, but when you pack up and you go home, what personal experiences are you going to take away from this?
Definitely the people who like the book. We've had quite a few positive responses to the book, with people coming to the booth and looking at it. One of the most satisfying things for me personally is people who buy the book and then come back to the booth to tell us how much they like it. Like, we had somebody come by yesterday, which was the first day of the convention, and say that they had picked up the book a couple of months ago at a previous convention where they'd met us, and they came by specifically to tell us, hey, the book was great, we really liked it, and that's great for us because it means that people aren't only buying our work, but they're enjoying it, you know, and we're reaching the audience that we want to reach. So that's the best part for me, for sure.
Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. We got a lot more awesome people here as well working with you, but I want to thank you so much for this interview. It's been a real pleasure.
Great, thank you very much.
Oh, by the way, what's the website?
theanthologyproject.com.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Sam.